Okay, tonight I'm gonna make steak Dianne, which is I've made this stuff since I was a teenager, and the best recipe I found so far is Emerald Gossies. These are two aged filet mignons that they're about 4 ounces a piece, and these are gonna be roasted in this pan. I've got some parsley, green onions, wild mushrooms. You can use white mushrooms if you like. We got some shallots. There we go, shallots, butter, garlic, and some really good veal sauce. We got some Worcestershire sauce, Tabasco sauce, Dijon mustard, and some heavy whipping cream, and we're going to finish it off with cognac. Alright, first we're going to salt and pepper these things, get this thing hot, and the shallots and the parsley, they go on last, and the mushrooms will make a heavy cream sauce. But first we got to blister these steaks over here, and then we'll pull them off, and then we're going to make the cream sauce with this mustard, jalapeno, hot sauce, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and that's a dark brown beef sauce and we're gonna smoke it with the cognac. Alright, we're gonna show you what's going on here. We're gonna put some butter in that pan and we're gonna start cooking. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, now if you notice in the recipe it calls for the cream and the mustard. I put that in there, and then it calls for the Worcestershire sauce and the hot sauce, and I already put that together. I add just a little bit more. I put some Tabasco Chipotle in there along with the regular Tabasco sauce. Well, I like mine to have a little bit of a kick. And then, alright, all these are going to go together in order. We got the butter, the garlic, the shallots, green onions, the wild mushrooms. You can use white mushrooms you want. Cream and the mustard, and Worcestershire sauce, and the 2 hot sauces. And we got that reduced beef sauce right there too. Alright, we'll be back. Oh, there's some parsley. We'll be back. Okay, these are brought up to pretty much the room temperature. They've been out for about 45 minutes. And we'll just put a little bit of olive oil, not much on there, and we're going to coat them on both sides with salt and pepper, and then we're going to cook them. We're going to skin them up in this darned old, we'll put the spurs to them inside this pan here. So anyway, this is the next thing. Got some sweet potatoes in the oven. They got 30 minutes left on this sweet potato. So anyway, I ain't gonna talk about them. I'm gonna talk about this steak Dianne. We'll be back. Okay, we're gonna start this. I put a little bit of olive oil on both sides of these steaks. I'm gonna put some salt. Ooh, look out now, a little bit of pepper, and then we're gonna sear them on this wonderful looking pan here. It's really noisy right now. Anyway, we'll be back. We'll get all this going. There's the butter and the garlic. We'll be back. Okay, I've put a heavy amount of salt and pepper on top of these. Well, first I put a little bit of olive oil, and then I've put salt and pepper from these 2 things on here on both sides. Now I'm gonna melt some butter here, and we're gonna crisp these things. We're gonna make a crust with this salt and pepper on here. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, I know you hear me talk about that European butter called Filet. Now I've got it on a medium-high heat there, and I'm gonna throw these steaks on top of that, and we're gonna sear them. I've had this pan heating up for about 5 or 6 minutes there, and we're gonna let these sear on both sides to make the crust. Then I'm gonna pull them off, and then we're gonna add all the rest of this goodness, make gravy with that stuff, and then we'll put the steaks back in there with those mushrooms and we'll go from there. Alright, we're going to be back. Yes, my wife came out here just now and she said, oh, I love the smell of steaks roasted in butter. Alright, we're going to, look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Alright, we're gonna crust these for about 3 or 4 more minutes. We're gonna put them back on that plate and we're gonna let them rest. We ain't gonna do nothing, just let them rest. And then we'll finish this whole thing. Did I say this was an Emerald Gossi recipe? Well, it is. And I've been cooking this stuff since I was a teenager. And he's had the best. Found this. He's got a restaurant in Louisiana, Las Vegas called Delmonico's. And he gives this recipe out. And I've been cooking it for 4 or 5 years. It is absolutely wonderful. Alright. Enough talking. We'll be back. Okay. I deglazed the pan with a little bit of this this broth I've got here. And I'm going to add the shallot. And then I'm going to let them cook for just a few minutes inside this. This is wonderfulness here. It is. So we'll let the shallots have to kind of give up their stuff here. I'm gonna put just another splash of that broth in there because you want to put the garlic in there when there's juice because you don't want the garlic to get bitter. All right, here let's see. All right, let's crank the heat up just a little bit and let's throw the there's the garlic. I need more than one hand. Anyway, I'm gonna pour the rest of this garlic and what butter's left in there, and then once all this gets sauteed up, we'll add the mushrooms. All right, we'll be back. Okay, this particular time I'm using the recipe calls for white cap mushrooms, but tonight I'm using some wild mushrooms. There's oysters and anyway, I can't remember all of them. Anemones and everything else in there. So anyway, I put mushrooms in here and we're gonna let them reduce here for a little bit, and we'll be back. Okay, here comes the fun part. The cognac. I don't know. You put a quarter a cup or so in there. Throw that thing away. Turn the heat up and let's see what happens here. Yeah, there you go. There's a little bit of flame. Oh yeah. See, there you go. We're roasting it. Look at that. How can you? People go, you're gonna burn your house down. I don't think so. I've been doing this for frickin' forever. Look at that. Yeah, flambe. The flambe terrorist. Alright, you just cook off the alcohol. Alright, turn the heat down and we'll continue. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, now at this point of the recipe it says add the mustard and the cream sauce. That's just what, hold on, I wish I could get it all out there. I will. Anyway, add that to it, and I'm going to stir it. I only got one hand. Anyway, we'll be back. Alright, I'm back to one hand again. Alright, when you add the mustard and the cream sauce, this is at the point where you got to turn the heat down to low, and you get all those wonderful goodies scraped up from the bottom of the pan. Alright, there, yeah, it's all released now. Now the next thing is we're going to put in the Worcestershire sauce with got that Tabasco sauce along with the Tabasco sauce chipotle. Oh yeah. So this is going to be a little spicy tonight, but my wife loves it and I love it even more than she does, and even the dog likes it. It makes her poop a little bit more than she should, but anyway, she don't poop in the house. Alright, we're going to reduce this here a little bit. We're going to pour in the rest of that right there and reduce it down. I'll go ahead and do that right now. We're going to put in the rest of that. Yep. Now we're going to reduce this down by half. Alright, so we're going to we're going to reduce this down by half. Alright. We'll be back. Okay, now that you can see that these two wonderful prime filet mignons are going to go back into this wonderful gravy. Now, there's some juices here that needs to go back into that too. There they go. Now, they're going to sit here and simmer for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes on each side. And I'll turn them halfway through. I'll put them back on this plate. And I'll put them back in a warm oven to rest. Alright, this is it. Steak Dianne. Emerald Lagasse style. And I told you, I got 3 favorite chefs. It's Paul Prudhomme, Bobby Filet, and Emerald Lagasse. And they're not 1, 2, 3. They're all 1, 1, 1. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, we're just about through with this is being kind of simmering for about 5 minutes now in this wonderful sauce. I'm gonna put these medallions over here and just reduce this a little bit more. Then we got some green onions and some parsley to go on the top of it. And I got some bread in the oven there. Anyway, we'll be back. Okay, I've put the steaks over here on the side. Now I'm going to reduce this down to where it gets just a tad bit thick. And then we're going to use some green onion and some parsley, which I growed. I didn't grow them, I grew this. Anyway, let's just get this reduced, and anyway, we'll be back. Okay, I talk about tightening up a cream sauce without using any kind of starch or anything. You just throw a couple pats of whole unsalted butter in this and let it melt out. It'll tighten up just like you use cornstarch, except it didn't. Just use a little bit of butter. All right, we'll be back. Okay, it's tightened up. I mean, it does. It only takes about a tablespoon of butter to do it. When you're doing cream and you got to have everything else in there. Anyway, pour all that over this, and we'll show you what it looks like. We'll be back. Okay, this is the final product. I'm telling you. And you got some really nice fillets in here, and you know, I wish I had better video equipment, but I'm telling you what. This here is steak Dianne, and it's at its finest. You'll cut into this and you go, OMG! Oh my gosh! This is so good. Anyway, I'm not going to cook it for you. You can cook it yourself. Come on. Do it! Do it! Alright. This is all Friday night, July 22nd, 2011. Look at that. There's my dog. Say hello. Oh, anyway, we're done. We'll be back at a different date. We're going to go thank God for giving us everything we get and praise everything. All right. Good night. Have a good weekend.